Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Screeny. Arguably one of the most famous contest series to ever grace modern television, Got Talent has had thousands of talented guests pursue their dreams through the show. With so many contestants, it's no surprise that some have had some extraordinary pasts that can't go undiscussed. With that said, here are Got Talent stars with incredible backstories. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. Number 10. ABDUL RASHID. If you tuned in to Britain's Got Talent 2020, you probably know of stand-up comedian ABDUL RASHID's Golden Buzzer audition. Being a proud Muslim, his performance relied solely on his culture and ethnicity.
My name is NABIL ABDUL RASHID, and I am a Muslim, which is something... I'm not gonna lie, that's not the reaction I was expecting.
The judges all in all loved his energy and as well as his contagious smile. His edgy jokes and natural delivery lit up the entire audience.
The annoying thing about being Muslim in 21st century Britain is you know the MI5 prevent and Home Office listening on your phone calls, but they don't go halves on the bill.
You see, ABDUL's performance as well as his pre-performance interviews portray him as a loving father of two, of which he is of course. However, ABDUL didn't get into detail about his past, and he has quite the story to say the least. He claims that in his early 20s he got involved with the wrong crowds, which led him into a lifestyle of crime and illicit substances. In 2005, he was arrested for a controlled substance charge and served 15 months in prison. After prison, ABDUL started focusing on his family, comedy, and supporting charities for disadvantaged youth. It's safe to say this man deserves all that's coming to him. Number 9. Tyler BUTLER. Here we have a young violinist who appeared on America's Got Talent just last year. Tyler mentioned that playing the violin was actually an escape from the problems he was facing in life, one of which being bullied at school. This is already a pretty tragic story, but what if I told you it gets worse? A lot worse. Tyler revealed that the reason for the bullying at school is because he was diagnosed with cancer. That's right. At just 4.5 years old, Tyler was diagnosed with leukemia, and after his chemotherapy treatment, he lost most of his hair. As if having cancer as a child wasn't bad enough, children at school started bullying him for his hair loss. Luckily, Tyler found his passion for music and took it to the stage of AGT, receiving a gold buzzer by Simon Cowell. Number 8. Johnny SHELTON. Back in 2015, a young man appeared on America's Got Talent performing an original song. The song truly highlighted his talents as singer and songwriter. It was clear to everyone the man was extremely talented and has an incredible way with portraying emotions throughout his music. However, during the pre-interviews both on stage and off, Johnny revealed that the song was dedicated to his son, who passed away of cancer at just 5 years old. He says writing and performing music about his lost son helps him cope with his loss and makes him feel close to his son again. Johnny's courage and strength to overcome his struggles and pursue his dreams is truly inspiring. Number 7. MCMULLAN. Last year, Britain's Got Talent introduced MCMULLAN to the world. Despite being a young university student, his voice was absolutely incredible, much beyond his years. All the judges had extremely positive feedback for Mark and loved the performance. Mark's song choice for his audition actually holds incredible meaning within himself and his family. You see, back in 2013, his family's life turned upside down when Mark's brother suffered from an unexpected brain injury. Despite surviving, he now suffers from locked-in syndrome, causing him to be completely paralyzed both physically and verbally. The words locked in refers to the patient still being mentally aware like anyone else, but trapped in their physical disability. Mark's stunning performance and song choice of Bring Him Home pays an incredible tribute to both his brother and his family. Number 6. COLIN THACKERY. This is definitely one of the most incredible success stories seen on the show, especially taking into account the man's backstory. Here we have COLIN THACKERY, an 89-year-old singer who won Britain's Got Talent in 2019.
COLIN THACKERY!
During his younger years, he served his time in the military and is now a recognized English-Korean war veteran. His audition touched the hearts of millions across the world, as it was a tribute for his late wife. As a young man, Colin went to hell and back on the battlefield, and his wife stuck by his side no matter what. Unfortunately, in 2016, she became very ill and passed away in the arms of Colin. His performance moved the entire audience, with even the judges getting emotional towards the end. Number 5. Shin Lim. I'm sure you all know Shin Lim in one way or another. He's gone extremely viral on YouTube for his magic tricks, and of course won America's Got Talent in 2018. However, what you might not be familiar with is his tragic yet inspiring backstory, which led him to where he is today. While growing up, Shin had always planned on being a pianist. In fact, he got a full ride to university to pursue that career path. On the side, he was practicing magic tricks as a hobby, but didn't think too much of it. Eventually, halfway through his university course, he developed carpal tunnel syndrome. This was as a result of using the nerves in his hands and fingers too much. Of course, though practicing piano and magic, the doctor said you've got to give up one for a smooth recovery. And to his family's surprise, he stuck with magic. At the time, this was a decision he soon regretted. Shin fell into deep depression as he was no longer at university, and magic wasn't taking him anywhere. He was broke and hit the AGT stage. The rest is history.
Ever since I won, it's just been non-stop.
You're amazing. This is incredible.
What is going on? Shin Lim, everybody!
Number 4. Marcelito POMOY. Here we have a contestant from America's Got Talent, the Champions 2020. Marcelito took to the stage with his wife by his side after already winning Philippines Got Talent back in 2011. But it wasn't always bright lights and success for Marcelito. At the young age of just 7 years old, his father was sent to prison, and his mother left him completely. Marcelito grew up a very poor orphan, and always dreamed of finding his family again. In fact, the reason as to why he went on Philippines Got Talent was for the chance that they would see him on television and reach out. The entire nation began a search for his family, and by the grand finals, his family were in the audience to support him, after not being in contact for over a decade. And this isn't even the best part, because it was there where Marcelito met the love of his life, and he now has a family. And if things couldn't get any better, his performance absolutely stunned the world and went extremely viral. Number 3. Finn the dog. I think I speak for the most of us when I say humans love animals more than other humans. With that said, it's best you prepare yourselves, because this magical audition has a backstory that will blow you away. The performance began by a pet owner, Dave, and his dog, Finn, who worked together to read minds. The two worked together to pull off some pretty impressive magic tricks, but the two have also been by each other's side in the darkest of days. You see, Finn isn't just a stunt dog. He's an operational police dog for Policeman Dave. Whilst on duty in 2016, an offender went to stab Dave with a 10-inch knife, and Finn barely jumped in front of him and saved his life. Thankfully, although it was slow, Finn was lucky enough to make a full recovery, but that didn't stop the entire room to get emotional. And by that I mean everyone was in tears, even the judges. The backstory behind this duo is by far one of the most beautiful and inspiring ever seen on BGT. Number 2. Tim Poe. Some of you may recognize Tim Poe from his ever so famous AGT audition from 2012.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I spent 14 years in the military.
He had one of the most crazy stories to ever grace the show, claiming to be a war veteran who had been affected by a grenade explosion in Afghanistan. He said it broke his back and gave him a brain injury, which also explains why he stutters. Obviously, no one had any doubts, because who would lie about such a thing?
Presented himself on the show as a wounded military veteran, but someone in the TV audience was watching and says it's just not true.
Well, it turns out the entire story was a lie, and Tim Poe was already eliminated before people soon found out. He was publicly shamed for his fake sob story, and he hasn't been heard from since.
And the National Guard confirmed that Sergeant Poe's military records do not show he was injured by a grenade in Afghanistan, where he served for just 1 month.
Number 1. REUBEN Gray. Back in 2017, singer-songwriter REUBEN Gray performed on BGT. However, his father wasn't able to make it. Despite being his biggest fan, his dad works full-time in the military, only being able to see his family for 3 months throughout the year. REUBEN was super bummed that his father couldn't make it, but little did he know BGT actually flew his dad out to surprise him in the audience.
I didn't think he was here.
Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos on your favorite TV shows and tap one of the 2 videos on screen for another amazing video.